The Akashic Records hold all information, past, present, and future, and are available to assist you now.
Do you seek answers within yourself but don't know if you can trust your intuition? Do you desire positive change in life but feel unsupported by others? Do you suffer from failure to execute but have hit your point of enough? Not only have I been there, but I have found my way out, and so can you. The Akashic Records are your key to understanding any area of stagnation and hold solutions to your greatest challenges. My mission is to teach you everything I know about the Akashic Records, how to use them with mastery, while always staying in beginner's mind, which will keep you humble yet powerful. It's all within you. Come, let me show you.
What have I gained from the Akashic Records? Reading the Akashic Records has strengthened and deepened my intuition, and at the same time allowed me to build a deeper connection with the inner wisdom of my gut and my heart in order to be able to support and challenge the decisions that I've made in my head.
Learning to read the Akashic Records helped me to cultivate the courage and the knowledge to start a new business. It helped guidance become clearer. It helped me become more confident for my entire life moving forward.
Right on, everybody. The records are now open. Come on in. Welcome to the 2-5 episode of Akashic Answers with Emily. We're going to jam for the next 30 minutes or so together in your Akashic Records so you don't have to be stuck in life. It's one of my favorite things about the Akashic Records is they provide the most incredible perspective that allows you to make very clear decisions for your life. You get instantaneous soul level wisdom, guidance, and clarity when you learn to tap into the records. And I'm excited to serve y'all today, show you a little bit how it works. Come on in, let me know you are here. Once you get here, say hello to me in the comments, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on the replay. And I'll do the same. I'll introduce myself. If this is the first time we are connecting, I'm Emily Harrison, founder director here inside the Akashic Academy. I'm an Akashic Records mentor, which means I work with visionaries and thought leaders just like you, training y'all how to exit the world of ordinary mind and tap into the mind of superconscious intelligence. All right, because what happens inside of your ordinary minds? Well, I'm going to tell you. Listen to these statistics. Y'all, the average human has between 12 and 60,000 thoughts per day. When I first heard that statistic, I was really hopeful that I was on the high side of that. I'm like, damn, I hope I'm on the 60,000 side. I'm a bit of an overachiever. I like to exist in my potential. So I naturally thought that the higher number was the better potential. Oh no, listen to the rest of these thoughts or the rest of these statistics about your thoughts. Okay, so the average human has between 12 and 60,000 thoughts per day. Of those thoughts, on average, 90% of them are negative. Let that land. 80% are the same thoughts you thought yesterday. Let that one land. We're on the hamster wheel. And 95 to 99% are subconscious. We don't even realize that we're thinking them. Okay, and our thoughts are what create our reality. So if we can exit the world of our ordinary thoughts, where our thoughts are happening on autopilot, they're happening on rote, they're arising from our trauma, from our playing small, from our fear. If we can get out of that part of our mind and tap into the part of our mind that is limitless, that sees all potential, that can activate our DNA just through awareness. And once we begin to see what is possible, we activate ourselves in that timeline. We shift timelines. We begin to become the conscious creators of our life that we were meant to be. This is a fabulous time to be here on the planet. I know a lot of you think it looks like a bunch of horse shit going on out there in the world, but it's not. It's actually a fabulous time to be here. Let me pause for one moment. Vin and Georgie, thank you for saying hello to me. I know there are more y'all out there. Say hello to me, please. If you don't know, I'm a former actress, former Hollywood actress. And yeah, there's a part of my soul that wants to know that you're out there and that you're listening. Okay. Speak my love language to me. All right. Who else is out there besides Vin and Georgie? Let me know. Mom, are you here? My mom usually comes. I don't know. I don't see her hollering back, yo, though. All right. Back into this idea of it's a fabulous time to be here on the planet. Okay. I know it looks very challenging when you take a look through a certain perspective, when you look through our collective reality. Here we go. Now you guys are rolling in. I love you. Thanks, guys. Here's the bigger picture of what's happening right now is humans, we're waking up to how truly amazing we are, to what a powerful piece of technology this human genome is. We can think thoughts, then we feel emotion. This is one of the reasons why humans are so powerful, is because of our emotional bodies. Emotions have incredible charge of energy. So we can think thoughts that begin to create a reality, and then we put an emotion behind that. And we begin to unfold reality, creating collective reality together instantaneously. That's so cool. But here's the crazy thing is that we're also not clear on the nature of how this technology works. Like, how many of you have heard those statistics before? If you're hanging out with me, you might have heard those brain statistics before. I've only heard them within the last couple of years. And when I heard them, I realized, oh my gosh, there's so much about my brain and how it works that I'm not present to. I'm not aware of. I'm ignorant to. So we're ignorant to our technology and how it works. We don't know what we're capable of. Before I was getting ready for the show and coming on the show today, I was listening to my walk-up music. Today it was Danger Zone, Kenny Loggins. I'm listening, thinking about Top Gun, maybe. But I'm listening to the music and I'm listening to the words. And if we don't get out there and open ourselves up, we never know what it is that we can do and what we can accomplish. All right. So that's why we're going to be diving into the Akashic Records today. I'm just going to put my do not disturb on here. When I learned how to read the records in 2015, I went from being depressed and confused about my life to activating my own self-healing, clearing out my ancestral trauma that was holding me back. And I began to get new ideas about my life. I understood my life purpose, but I had to clear out a lot of that density. And it was such a magical experience going from feeling like I'm missing something in life to feeling like there's got to be more, to understanding the mysteries of the cosmos. What the Akashic Records will allow you to experience is the unraveling of the mysteries of the cosmos and the mysteries of self, because you're no longer using your limited human mind. And that's not a slight against humans, right? The fact that we have a limited mind is a good thing for the construct that we're in here on this third dimensional reality. If we were to perceive every single thing that were available for us in the universe, we would be on overload. We would not be able to have a very specific physical experience here. That's why that bandwidth in the human brain was brought back down, so that we could stay in coherence with our physical world here. But it's not just about being in coherence with our physical world. We've got to be in coherence with the cosmos, with the universal world as well. Okay, as above, so below, as within, so without. All right, so with no further ado, here's what's going to happen today. I want you to ask questions, okay? Light up my chat box with questions. Questions about areas in your life where you're stuck, questions about projects that you're working on, questions about relationships, questions about your health, questions about your money. And I'm going to tap into the space of superconscious intelligence, or the Akashic Records, and channel through wisdom. There's also going to be an energy activation, energy healing that comes through with actually, truly every word that's spoken in here. And even the space in between the words is filled with a transmission that is designed to open up your mind and help you think differently. Okay? Because when you think differently, that's when your entire world changes. That's the secret. Because we think our world into existence. So all we have to do is think differently. All right, so please start lighting up my chat box with questions because you all make the show. While you are asking questions, I'm going to give you a high-level overview of what the Akashic Records are. The Akashic Records are the realm of consciousness that hold all information, past, present, all possible futures, and is recorded from a neutral perspective. Neutral means unconditional love and zero judgment. When we tap into the space of God mind, superconscious intelligence, we can get instantaneous wisdom, guidance, clarity about anything that we need in our life. And you can begin to move forward in your life with more authority, more confidence. Okay? And that's what we need for true freedom here on this planet. That's what's going to free us of the oppression. I say when you look out, there are perspectives, you can look out into the collective world that we're sharing here and say, this is a shit show. We are experiencing a time where the darkness is rising in order to amplify the light, really. It's part of the process that allows us to really see the darkness so present and in our face that we say, I don't choose that. Now, here's the thing. It's easy to look in the outside world and say, yeah, I don't choose that. And to have your judgment about this politician is this and this war is this. But you got to take it on the inward. Remember, as above, so below. There's a second part to that. As within, so without. As without, so within. Which means if you're seeing it in the outside world, if you're seeing the war, the devastation, the destruction, the lies, the corruption, if you're seeing it on the outside world, it means that it's still inside of you somewhere. You're still lying to yourself somewhere. Okay? I catch myself lying to myself every day. Not really on purpose, but it's my programming. Okay? And what do I mean? I catch myself lying to myself every day. My brain will get in a habit, and it has been for the past week because we're prepping for travel, a big gig in LA this weekend. I'm going to be speaking at Conscious Life Expo. Send some love, likes, hearts across the screen. If you love Conscious Life Expo, if you've heard of this big trade show before, one of the biggest in the country. But in prepping for this show, there are a lot of things to get together. You might have seen me just look around my desk. Lots of stuff on my desk to get together. So I get done with my to-do list at the end of the day, and my brain goes, all right, let's catch up for tomorrow. Let's get ahead of the game. What do I do? But I'm really lying to myself because what I actually want to do is sit down and watch Project Runway. Okay? So that's what I mean about looking inside and really doing the work on the inside. All right, we're going to start rocking and rolling here with our questions. I see Vin, Nancy, Dodie, Georgie. Let's fire through some of these questions. All right, Georgie. Am I over the threshold which will let me function properly? Okay, let me tap in. Yes, I'm getting a yes, 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 yes. Anybody been working on big issues? Things that you've been working on for quite some time, and you almost feel scared because you've been working on it so long and you're getting some progress, but the pattern before has been 2 steps forward, 1 step back, maybe. And so you're feeling a little scared to really claim the forward progress and say, yes, this is my new reality. Come on, send me some love, likes, hearts across the screen. If you can relate, I can totally relate. I can relate to this happening to me in my life often. Being a soul who loves growth, I'm always wanting to push the envelope. One of my mentors said, relentless in our pursuit of greatness. That's not just me, but I'm sure many of you feel that way. I tend to hang around some pretty cool people. All right. If that's you and you feel relentless in your pursuit of greatness and you're always pushing the envelope to move forward, you've probably made some pretty big gains lately, some big strides. You've broken into a new timeline, a new dimension where you're healed, a new dimension where you're no longer vibrating to the frequency of narcissism, drawing narcissists into your life because you've up-leveled your self-love. Okay. Maybe your business is going well, or you've gotten a new job and you're feeling like, okay, I feel like things are taking a turn, but I'm scared that the rug is going to be pulled out from underneath me. Okay. We can't hide from that fear. It's normal, the guides are saying, but that energy has a frequency. So we're going to honor that energy right now. We're going to bring that fear in to the body. Transmute it into love right now. Be so tender with yourself. Notice your innocence. Of course, your ass afraid, because we have to try and attempt things many, many times in a physical plane, a physical planet like Earth here, before we actually get it right. So what the guides are saying is they want us to, they want to invite us to embrace the perspective rather than, oh shoot, I hope it works this time. 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 This manifestation stuff might not even be being real, like we feel like, right? Rather than being at that place in our growth process or having those thoughts in this place of our growth process, see it from the higher perspective where it's like, oh yeah, duh, of course. They're down there, they're working through a time where they're moving through the darkness, the Kali Yuga. We're moving through darkness. They're moving through, our darkness is also ignorance. It's not just all the stress in our life. It's not just evil, okay? We could have probably 3 different stages there of the idea of darkness. There's evil, okay? There's ignorance of self. That's also living in the darkness, right? Okay. So for those of you who have been working, and it's really all of us, I should say, just for those of you who are aware of the fact that you are working through your own darkness, when we have physical sickness or physical dis-ease, that's also our darkness. It's our ignorance of what's causing the issue in our bodies. It's ignorance of the energy that we're hanging on to that's causing it. And as we wake up and we go from ignorance into our wisdom, into the light, it's not an instantaneous process. There are little bitty steps along the way. And the little bitty step that we're in right now is starting to believe that we can do it. You see, we're shedding the old patterns of, okay, I've tried over and over and over and over and over again. Now, okay, I'm getting it. Think about a couple cycles from here, a couple generations from here. And I don't mean literal generations of people. I mean the generations of your thoughts, the generation of your skill. Okay? The generation of your skill is advancing so quickly that in a couple cycles, we're going to be manifesting so clearly, so instantaneously, healing ourselves so fast and stabilizing in the new timeline in a way that we trust the process. We just haven't done it enough times yet where we really trust the process. Okay. All right, we're going to bring in an activation of vision. I'm working a little bit in the third eye here. I'm also going to work in the fourth eye. Okay, fourth eye is at the base of the head, right here where your spine is coming up and meets the neck, right in there. Fourth eye allows you to see perspective. Okay, meaning you're going to be able to see the future you and communicate with the future you more dynamically, more effectively. Okay, so say yes if you want to receive this activation of the fourth eye. Fourth eye, future you. Okay, how many of you guys like learning about the chakras when we bring in the insight and the healing, the transmission through the different chakras? I sort of dance in there. Yes, bringing in through the chakras. All right, for those of you who want to learn more about chakras, we have a brand new program that will start February 13th. It's called Heal Your Life. Let me grab a link here for you guys. I want to paste that in the comments for you. It is go time if you want to enroll in this training program. We're going to be teaching you all about the chakras, how you can use them to heal your body, in addition to all kinds of fabulous self-healing techniques that you can begin trying right away. So if you want to learn more about self-healing and how to do that through the Akashic Records, Heal Your Life is for you. I'll make a couple notes here so I can make my videos later. Am I past the threshold? Am I past the threshold was Georgie's original conversation, or original question. And I think it's so good. I think we definitely needed that wisdom healing. Actually, we're going to keep working in the chakras here. Not only are we working for vision and wisdom to see perspective better, the guides want to work in the root chakra for safety and security. Okay, so root is at the bottom of your spine, base of your spine. Just bringing in an energy that will help support us feeling safe and secure in the timelines of our creation. A lot of you have had good stuff taken away from you. You created something good for yourself. It got taken away. It got disrespected, whatever it was. And so what happens is, in order for our souls not to feel so sad, disappointed, devastated by our experiences, we shut down. And when we shut down our emotional bodies, when we go numb, that disconnects you from your power. Remember how I talked about humans? One of the reasons we're so powerful is because emotions have a lot of energy in them. And when we put emotions behind our thoughts, it creates a feedback loop with the universe that starts creating reality, rearranging reality really quickly. Okay. All right, let's go to another question here. I feel like there was a little more coming in, but we're going to go on to the next question now. Dodie, why do I get so distracted when I make a decision that I'm going to pursue something? I start strong, then it fizzles out because of the distractions, and then I think that my desire is not strong enough to do what I want to do. Yes. Okay. So there's a half-life. Let's talk about the half-life. When you get an inspired idea and you don't act on it right away, depending on what the half-life of the idea is, but the half-life isn't very long. Half-life can last 24 hours. Half-life can last 6 hours. Half-life is a term in science, the rate of decomposition. Okay? Think if you can remember back to your science class talking about elements that have half-lives. Your thoughts have half-lives too. Now, it's really interesting how this works, all right? Because you can have a creative thought that has a half-life, that you want to start acting on that thought right away. So what you want to do, Dodie, and anybody else, and if you're getting these, if you're having creative thoughts right now, please heed the advice the Akashic Records about to give you, because these creative ideas that are coming in are designed not only to help you, but to help the entire planet. The time is now. Bring it through. But here's what happens if you get affected by half-life with your creative ideas. If you don't make time and space right away, it doesn't mean that you have to sit down and read an encyclopedia about the new subject that you're excited about. But you do need to put that time on your schedule, and you need to commit to it. Okay, you got it. That's the biggest thing that you can do is if you get a creative idea, block out time on your schedule. Actually, take your phones out right now, all you creative people. What's the last good idea you had? I want you to block yourself out an hour, half hour to an hour. Baby cat. To have space for that idea. Because as you have space for it, it's like a relationship. You nurture it, you show up to it, you think about it, you do a little research, you go to coffee with your idea. You're going to start making that time and space for it. That's why the idea symbolically, if you schedule it, if you make time and space for it, which by the way, that's what you are a creator on the time-space continuum. Please don't tell me you don't have time. You create time. All right. Time didn't even exist till you got here and created it, human. Every person has the same 24 hours in a day. You have the same 24 hours in a day that Warren Buffett has. If your life doesn't look like his, you're not getting the same results with your energy. It's because how you're spending your time is different, and you haven't prioritized how you want to show up. Okay? So that's the first thing. If you got a creative idea, get it on your schedule now before the half-life distorts the idea. Okay, making sense? Send some love like hearts across the screen. Oh, my uncle's here. I love you, uncle. All right, so let's talk about the half-life when you want to engage the half-life. In this situation, the creative half-life is something you don't want coming to bite you in the ass. But there are times when you can use when you can use the half-life to your advantage. When do you think that is? Let me know in the comments. When do you think you could use the half-life of a thought or emotion to your advantage? It's not that hard. Come on, I know one of you is going to get it. All right. I'm going to wait for the answer while we bring in the answer from you all. I want to make sure that you're in my classroom paying attention. Where can the half-life help you? Where can the half-life help you? We're going to work on releasing some energy around the heart. All right. Forgiveness energy. Because where we hold non-forgiveness for ourselves, for others, it creates heart walls and it inhibits us from being able to see clearly. So this last activation that we just did, where you're going to see everything so much more clear. If you have heart walls, if you have areas where you haven't forgiven yourself or you haven't forgiven others, any of the energy work we're going to do is going to be less effective. I should say all of the energy work that we're going to do is going to be less effective if you have heart walls. Unforgiveness creates a hardness and prevents us from receiving, prevents us from fully allowing. Okay, so we're going to release some heart walls here. Releasing heart walls. I want you to think about an energy of forgiveness, a magenta pink energy of forgiveness coming in, washing your energy field, washing your timeline forward and backward through time. Yes. Forgiving yourself, forgiving others. Ooh, this is really powerful. See that pink energy, everybody. Visualize it. Yeah. Wow, that's very powerful. I can feel a lot of shifting. Thank you. Thank you for participating in that one. That as simple as that was, that might have been my favorite activation ever. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to head back to Dodi's question here real fast. Because Dodi was asking about getting distracted, and we talked about the half-life of our creative ideas when we get excited. We don't want the half-life to kick in when it comes to our creative ideas. Here's where you do want the half-life to kick in. And I apologize if you have answered. I don't see any answers in my comments. I don't always see all of the comments popping up here on StreamYard. But so apologies if you actually answered the question and you wonder why I'm not calling on you or putting your comment up on the screen. Sorry. Here's the answer. Here's where you want to use half-life to your advantage. Okay? If you're having a challenging explosion of energy, you're triggered. Okay? Especially if you're triggered. Actually, I might just leave it there. Half-life can be used to your advantage if you're triggered. You want to notice where you're at when the trigger first starts. Then give yourself 6 hours. Check in with yourself. That'll be the first half-life mark. Give yourself then another 6 hours. Give yourself, you go to 12 hours. Okay? And then you look at 24 hours. And you begin to see how you've shifted and changed, how it's different after some time goes by. All right? Good stuff. Thank you, Dodi. Let's hear it for Dodi. Give her some love likes, hearts across the screen. A lot of beautiful intelligence came out of that question there. Susan Rowitz, thank you for asking, why am I feeling lost? How do I move forward? Everybody send some love likes, hearts across the screen. All right, Susan, the reason why the guides are saying that you're feeling lost, and anybody out there who is feeling lost, is because you're not clear about what your vision, what your soul purpose is here on the planet. Okay, because as soon as we are clear about our soul purpose and our soul mission, and we align to that potential, we say, yes, I am willing to show up for my soul mission in this lifetime. That's aligning. That's we pledge our devotion to that mission. Okay. Once we figure out what the mission is and you pledge devotion to that mission, you will not feel lost. You will not feel stuck ever. Because the mission guides us. When we're so anchored in the mission, the consciousness of the mission is what keeps us moving forward. Okay? I barely have to think about what I want to do next. And it wasn't always this way. Remember, I shared when I first, or I should say before I learned how to read my Akashic Records, even I did a ton of energy work, and I loved energy work. And it would help me get energy moving for a little bit, but I couldn't really sustain it. For me, the records and having that intelligence revealed to me of here's why, Emily, here's what it looks like. This is what your soul incarnated in this planet to do. You're not doing it. Here's how you get on purpose and on point with that. Here are the lessons that you still need to work on. Here's how exciting and amazing it's going to be. Just to incentivize me to do the work. All right. So anybody who is feeling lost right now, you don't have to feel lost anymore. Every single person on the planet has a mission. There's a reason why you're here. And if you understand that reason, you can communicate with your higher intelligence and learn what you need to do to be in alignment with that, even if it's just walking your dog and a neighbor that you meet, having a compassionate conversation. There are energy ripples that happen from this. And when we're aware of it, we never feel lost. Okay? If you want to learn more about your Akashic Records and the magic of the Akashic Records, guess what? We're going to be talking about it in Heal Your Life. This one right here, we're going to get started February 13th. Heal Your Life is a live online masterclass. So you're going to be able to train live with me. You're going to learn about the magic of the Akashic Records, how impactful these suckers are. You're going to learn about self-healing. Really, even if you don't know anything right now about self-healing, you don't know about the chakras. Are they chakras or chakras? I've actually pronounced them both ways. Oh, I first started calling them chakras, like it's written. And then I heard one of my mentors call them chakras. So I started saying it like that. And then people made fun of me for calling it cha. And I said it both ways about 1 million times. Now I still say it both ways. All right. But if you want to learn about your chakras and you want to choose a way that you're going to pronounce it from now on, or maybe you want to pronounce it both ways, you're going to learn all about self-healing. You're also going to learn special wizard tools that help you amplify your power. And we're going to talk about mission. We are going to use all of these tools, the Akashic Records, clearing the dense shit out of your body. Sometimes it's the density, whether it's physical disease or emotional disease, that causes you to not be able to see your mission or understand what it is. It's just density in your body. Okay? It's like clouds. The clouds part and the sky is clear. They wrote a song about it. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. We're also going to talk about, like I said, wizard tools to amplify your power and also getting on purpose with your mission. Okay? So make sure chakras or aura dimples. Make sure that if you want to dive into all of that training, that you sign up for Heal Your Life. I I didn't do a value analysis on this training program, y'all, but it's in the thousands of dollars, and the price point is $168. That's your investment. Okay. So come check it out. Let's see. We're only 4 minutes over. All right. We're going to answer one more question. Let me dive in here and grab one more. Susan says, thank you. Sounds great. Awesome, Susan. It's cha for sure. Thank you, Vin. Cha, Sanskrit. Chakra. Okay. Vin says, I am urgently looking for a job in London. Am I going to be successful soon? What do I need to know about my job search? Right on. I can't wait to answer this. All right. So the first thing that the guides want everybody, not just Vin, to know that is this: the future exists in infinite possibility. So if you haven't arrived at a certainty yet, meaning if it hasn't happened yet, there's always wiggle room. How can we affect the I'll say as the universe is rearranging itself, and reality is landing and forming, our futures are landing and forming. How can we have the most influence over that? Good. Come on back tonight, Joe. We're going to wrap up here in just a second. But this problem, I'm going to give you guys my absolute favorite manifestation tool ever. This works very, very quickly. Okay. I use this very specifically to help me make $25,000 in 6 weeks that I needed for a life-changing educational program that I couldn't sign up for any other way. I couldn't get student loans, couldn't get loans of any kind. And I knew that this was a soul yes for me. So I used this technique. Ready? First thing that I want you to know is a little background. REM sleep, your dreamscape. One of the reasons that you take off and fly in your dreams, and it's so amazing and powerful, is because you're using theta brainwaves. Theta brainwaves do not recognize limitation. They are the brainwaves that are associated with your REM sleep. REM means rapid eye movement. I want you to close your eyes, look up under your eyes right now, gently, not hard, very gently, because you don't want to get a headache. Okay. You feel how your eyes start jumping? We're recreating theta brainwaves. We're recreating REM sleep. We're tricking the brain into releasing the brainwaves that do not recognize limitation. Okay. Top of the show, we talked about your thoughts. How many thoughts that you're having per day? You're not using the same brainwaves to have all of those thoughts. You're using different kind of brainwaves. So if you can begin to dissect and understand, oh, I need to pay attention to my thoughts. I need to weed out all these negative thoughts that I'm having. And then I want to take the positive thoughts and I want to use the most powerful brainwaves that I can to shoot these thoughts out, because the thoughts, remember, it's the thoughts followed by the feeling. The feeling increases the vibrational frequency. This is what creates, and then action. We take action. This creates feedback loops with the ether, the intelligent primordial substance. That's what ether is. It's primordial substance, and it's intelligent. It's all around us. Your thoughts, your feelings, your actions communicate with it. Okay, but we're going to start with those thoughts. We want to start with the most pure thoughts that we have, which are the thoughts that light up our soul, the thoughts of our dreams, your wildest dreams. And then we want to put the power of the theta brainwave behind that does not recognize limitation. It's why you incarnated here, to learn about your power, to experience yourself this magnificent. Okay, and yeah, we're going to mess it up 1,000,001 times till we start getting it right. But that's where we're at right now, guys. We're starting to get it right, and we're getting it right more and more and more. And we're starting to get really good at it. And we're starting to be able to do it at a moment's notice. All right. So Vin, use this 15 seconds a day to continue to hold space, influence the future, hold the frequency of that timeline that you want to experience, 15 seconds a day. Again, I did this over the course of a 6-week period and manifested $25,000, a very specific number that I needed for a specific goal. Okay. And then I would think those thoughts and I would feel the feelings inside of my body of having accomplished that. And I did. All right. Hopefully that was helpful for you all. Let me know if the theta brainwave manifestation technique that I downloaded from the records many years ago was helpful for you, or if it inspires you. I guess you got to try it out before you know if it was really helpful or not. So begin trying it out, make powerful shifts and changes here in your life, guys. If you have enjoyed being here today, share this out. Make sure you come back and join us again next week. And I can't wait to see you here next Wednesday. All right. Bye.
Are you ready to step into the most empowered version of yourself? If you're a visionary, thought leader, or someone with a big mission in this world, I've created something just for you. My Heal Your Life program is a transformational 4-week journey designed to help you unlock your soul's purpose, release emotional and energetic blocks, and gain clarity about your next steps. You'll learn powerful self-healing tools, access ancient wisdom through your Akashic Records, and even harness the energy of vortexes to amplify your power. But this isn't just about learning, it's about transforming. You'll walk away with tools you can use for a lifetime, and you'll do it alongside an inspiring community of best-selling authors, filmmakers, entrepreneurs, and change makers who, just like you, are here to make a big difference. So if you're ready to heal, grow, and create at a higher level than ever before, this is your moment. Click the link below to join me and heal your life. Your soul and your future self will thank you. And I can't wait to see you inside.